Okay, I am back. Nobody cares. So, regardless, yeah, Cassie's my favorite character right now that I made, and I'm also kind of lazy. I don't want to make more characters right now. So, I should say she's a vampire. I should get her out of the sun. She's a vampire right now. She married Caleb Valtor, the vampire, partially because I didn't feel like making her a new love interest. That's my own fault. I should have made a new love interest in the beginning for her to end up with. I didn't. So, yeah, she just had twin girls, Star and Skylar. Oh yeah, yesterday I was hanging out with my best friend for like an hour, and we went to go get some food, well, really some ice cream, and we were just talking about these things that these particular, like, guys did that pissed us off, like, and we just really blew off some steam. Because, well, I have elaborated a lot on the situation going on with me, and honestly, it is heartbreaking. But, and then the situation that goes on with her, it's just infuriating. And I can't tell all her business, but it's very weird, like, how we're both just like, it's strange how it seems like these two just liked to manipulate us in different ways, and both of them try to, I guess you can say, change our ideas of our best friends or put themselves before our best friends. And since we're best friends, no. So, and even as a person that was like in love with this person, I've had times where I did cancel on my friends, but I warned them in advance. And I'm like, listen, I may or may not be able to do it because of this. We already have this time, and this time we're hanging out together. So I don't think this is going to be that big of a deal. So I made time specifically to hang out with my friends also, and I told them multiple times ahead of time what was going to happen and why I was doing it like that. And I know I told this dude, like, hey, you know, I canceled on my friends to be here, by the way. And he's probably like, oh. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm not being a bad friend. I told him and I made sure everything was okay before I did it. And he probably thinks, oh, she's turning her back on her friends for me. She's going to be dependent on me. No. And then it's like, my best friend? No. I talk to her like almost every day. I told him I was codependent on her, and he tried to convince me I'm not. That's not how that works. So just because you don't see that I'm codependent with her does not mean that I'm not. It just means that I'm good at hiding it. At one point, I had her make my decisions for me. She was my conscience. I was not in a good place. So, but yeah, no, we were talking about it because it's like you have this one over here that was trying to really pressure me into this 2 kids thing, and then you have the other one that was like, how would you feel if you were pretty much told, hey, you know, if we ever have a kid, we're gonna have to name them this particular name because the patriarchs in my house said we have to. Now, some people, they're like, oh, you know, that's a good name. Let's go with it. If you suggest it, okay. But this is pretty much like a you have to because they said so. Like, this isn't even. It's almost as if it's the patriarch's child, not yours. So that's the complicated thing about this whole thing. And then I realized something. It's wait, what is she doing here? She's not even okay. Oh wait, she's going to. No, that's Star. Yeah. So what? I'm gonna go to somebody else right now. But yeah, so, and then I went and ventured back into my phone where I got most of the messages that an engaged man should not be texting somebody that's not his fiance about, like, wanting to make me happy, wanting me to go to Florida with him and shit like that. And then I realized, if I'm making videos, why not just put them in my videos, right? It's not like I have his name as a contact. Even if I did, he'd have to try me. He wants to get me on trial, well, okay. We'll see if he can. But that's not gonna be a good choice for you, dude. Like, I started thinking about it. Like, I'm very outspoken. He probably thought, I'm not sure if, I was talking with my best friend about it, and she's like, maybe he liked the idea of somebody as outspoken and have so much attitude like you submitting to him. And I'm just like, I hope he knew that I wasn't doing that just because of him. I was doing that because I thought it was fun that he couldn't see through the mask. This is Sienna Mason, or Sienna Naro. Well, she just got shotgun married to her boyfriend. Did I put the new crib in? No. I should do that right now. Probably wondering why so many Sims with children. I'm bored. That's why. Also, Brie or Brielle or Cassie's best friend's father died. I have no idea when. It's sad. Yeah, so I'm just thinking, is it because of my attitude? Because usually when people want two different people, they want them for two different reasons, right? You have the one that's for one reason, and there's the one that you have for another reason. Like, but the initial person is still an asshole, but it's still like what I can't get out of this person, I'll seek out for. So is it my attitude? It is probably the fact that I'm younger. And it probably is also my attitude. Because I was there, but then again, my friend was also there. So they tried to convince me saying shit like, oh, I don't think you're codependent because, like, you have your classes you go to, she's not there, you're playing this game pretty much every week by yourself, she's not there, and I'm just sitting here like, you understand that I recap every game to her, I talk to her every single day, everything we say goes from yours and my mouth directly to her, and she even has screenshots, because that's my best friend. She is the other half of me. In fact, our thoughts are so similar, sometimes I call it telepathy. But yeah, I have no idea what he thought he was doing, but I think the only reason I'm really making this video is so I can have something attached to the screenshots too, because I'm figuring out how to do this shit technologically, and I know I'm ignoring my Sims, but hey, isn't that what I always do on this channel anyway? I just recently finished, my Sim series, and that was great. I put the effort and the headache into that. I almost pulled my hair out, but I finished it for me. I'm not going to dedicate it to any of the other Sim stories out there, because that'd be insulting. They'd be like, you dedicated this crap to me? I was definitely inspired to attempt this as an amateur by the creators of Take Care teenaged and unexpected. Thank y'all for giving me the motivation without telling me how hard it is. And I'm glad to be done with it. But yeah, this dude's a terrible person. My Sims are probably getting neglected. Oh yeah, no, before I go, the thing about the 2 kids thing is, like, did he think that at 20 years old that I would actually submit to having 2 children with this dude? Like, let me tell you a story about something that happened when I was like 18, 19. My brother has friends. He is 5 years older than me. He's grown. He has friends that have children. One of them came over with the baby to help him with a cooking project, so they were cooking together. And what ended up happening was I was watching the baby, but that's a problem because I did not know how to take care of a 4-month-old baby. So I would just be like, "Mommy, help!" And my mom was about to leave, so she helped me for a little bit. Then she had to leave. But then it's like, I mean, I wasn't alone with the baby, but like everybody else was kind of busy. But the point is, I don't know how to handle. If I can handle a 4-month-old baby, what makes you think I can handle a newborn, or that I want a newborn right now? And I do tell stories like this a lot. That, yeah, no, he kind of sucks. How did I think that he was so good and so smart? I'll never know. I was charmed. It can happen to, it does happen to anyone, maybe everyone, but yeah, that's about it.